my name is Emma Sneddon. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Whoever sent this to you obviously cares about you very much and is really keen to help you to change your life forever, just like I have. So sit back, grab a cup of tea and just see if it's for you. If it's not, that's fine. If it is, fantastic. Either way, please share this with your friends and family so that we can spread the word about the possibility to have a better life than the one you might have now. I'll tell you a little bit about me first, so that you can kind of get a grasp on who I am and why I'm talking to you. And then I'll talk you through what the business opportunity is. And then after that, guys, it's up to you what you want to do about that. So my name, as I said, is Emma. I'm 38 years old. I came across this business opportunity when I was 36 and I had a very busy corporate job. I've got 3 kids. I'm a really busy working mum, or I was a busy working mum. I used to work 12, 14-hour days. Spent a lot of time driving, a lot of time on the motorway, not a lot of time with my children, certainly not a lot of time with my husband. And I'm very much on the treadmill of life, like a lot of people are. And what that meant for me was that I missed out on a lot. I missed out on seeing my kids. I used to drop my kids off in the morning at 8 o'clock at before school club and pick them up at 6. So a very long day for them too. But what I found was that it meant that I got the rubbish end of the day, the beginning of the day when they were rushing out the door to school, and it was a constant battle, food, get them breakfast, get the shoes and get them out the door, and then race to wherever it was that I needed to be. And the same for my husband, really. He had a very busy corporate job as well, and then we would pick the kids up after a really long day at work, and a really long day for them too, and we then just, the usual evening part, which was just shovel some tea into them, get them into bed, and usually after that would just collapse on the sofa, absolutely shattered, ready to start another day. Sometimes I even had to work again in the evening, because I'd spent so much time on the road during the day. So, that's quite a normal story for a lot of people, but I just wanted more from my life. I thought, is this what it's going to be like for the next 10, 20, 30 years? And I remember thinking when I was sitting in the car one day when I was 36 and just thinking, 10 years from now, I'm going to be 46. And what's going to be different? And the answer was nothing. Nothing was really going to be any different. And that kind of scared me. And then I fast forwarded another 10 years and I was like, I'll be 56. What's going to be different? Nothing, not unless I did something different about what was happening. And, I wasn't unhappy, but we very much, traded time for money. So we had an all right life. We had a lovely house and we're very fortunate, but we didn't have any time to enjoy it. And we spent all our time at work and lived, you get given 4 weeks holiday a year. So it's just long enough for you to start to enjoy yourself and just long enough for you to realise how it feels to be free. And then you get dragged back in to having to work again and back into that, that treadmill of the daily grind again. And then I stumbled into this and I found this business opportunity and I can't even tell you how much it's changed my life. There are other YouTube videos that you can see on here that tell you, my hands are massive, that can tell you my story in more detail that you'll see. But what I want to show you on here is, in a nutshell, I grasped this opportunity in February 2013. And after less than a year of doing this, alongside my full-time job, alongside my kids, alongside running a home and all the things that involves, I did this part-time from my mobile phone in the nooks and crannies of the day. So 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, a bit of the weekends, some in the evenings, very, very simple. Just talking to people, just connecting with people, which everybody does all day anyway. It's to go about your business. So as you're going about whatever it is you normally do, you can do this as well. And wow, what an amazing thing to be able to do. And I just thought if I could earn £200 a month part-time from my mobile phone, that would really help us out at Christmas. Well, suffice to say that I discovered that this opportunity for me, and for you if you wanted to be, can be a lot more than that. So I was able to leave my full-time job 7 months after I started this business opportunity, and then 2 months after that I was able to retire my husband from his full-time job as well. And that was huge. So now we've gone from never spending any time together to spending all our time together. We both drop our children off at school every day. We both pick our children up from school every day. Who gets to do that? Really, hardly anybody. And And in between times when we go to the gym, we go out for lunch, we do a little bit of work from our mobile phones or from our iPads, and just talking to people and connecting with people and sharing a product that we love with people that we care about and people that we meet in the normal course of your day. And then in the evenings, we pick the kids up at 3:30 and we're you know, present parents, where I didn't want to be a parent that the children never saw anymore. And that's not why I had kids. It's not what I wanted. It's not probably what most people want. And I thought that I didn't have time to do this business. And I'll show you as part of the business model why that's not the case. So hopefully that'll give you a little bit of a flavour of me. It's 2.5 years ago that I started the business. I've been completely owned my own life for the last 1.5 years, and it's been utterly incredible. Everything in our lives is different. Everything in our lives is better than it was before, and you can have the same. So I'll just deal with a couple of myths, if you like, about what network marketing is, about what the opportunity is and what it isn't. So you might be thinking while we're sitting there watching this, oh, I've heard it's a pyramid scheme, or it's one of those pyramid schemes, or it's a scam, or I've heard it all. People at the top make all the money, no one ever makes any money out of those things. Are you not going to do that, are you? Now you can choose whether you want to be the person that thinks like that or takes any notice of the people who think like that. For me, I was like, what if it's not? What if this is my chance? What if this is real? And I saw people who are living it every day, so I know that it's real. And the company that we're involved in has been around for 40 years. The product's 25 years old, so it was pretty bulletproof to me. But I'll show you why. So the pyramid scheme is something I want to deal with because it does come up again and again. So I'll show you this, okay? I'm just going to check you can see that on there. Okay, so this is a triangle, I guess, rather than a pyramid, but this can be the structure of, think about where you work now, think about where your partner works or your parents work or whatever it is, and you know, this structure is similar to every job I've ever had. There's somebody at the top, usually a CEO, and let's take a supermarket, for example. So that's a concept that most people are familiar with. That's how it's structured. There's somebody at the top, and then there's levels all the way along, so you'll have like regional directors, a board, maybe store managers, shelf stackers, shelf staff, and maybe, you know, Bill, Mary and Alan working on the tills. You know, turn up, get paid, don't turn up, don't get paid. Mary's kids are sick, so Mary can't come in, Mary doesn't get paid that day. Alan wants a week off, but he can't have that week off because Bill's already got that week off. Like, that's kind of normal. That's the environment that most of us work in. The 40-40-40, it's called. You work for 40 years to retire on 40% of what wasn't enough in the first place. 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of what you were earning. And that's just that's a scam, if you ask me. But there you go, that's what most of us do. So think about this. Is Alan ever going to be CEO of Tesco? It's just not, is it? It's not set up that way. It's not designed for the people at the bottom to make it to the top in normal working environment. You know, he might, if he works really hard, maybe one day make it to store manager, possibly. It might take him 20 years of turning up and getting paid, 20 years of overtime, 20 years of having to work for somebody else, dance to somebody else's tune, wear a uniform, go on a break when he's allowed, have a wee when he's allowed, only have holidays when he's permitted, all of that stuff. Like, I hated being told what to do. So if you hate being told what to do and you want to take control of your own life, this might be your opportunity. But most businesses structured like this is a narrowing of opportunity. So as you get further up the corporate ladder or further up the business ladder, or whatever job you're in, the opportunity narrows and there's not enough room at the top for everybody. And actually, do you know what? I think that creates quite a negative culture. So, you know, every job that I had, you know, everybody wanted the next role, everybody wanted the next promotion, everybody wanted the next thing. And it was almost like I felt like I was working to get my boss promoted rather than to get myself promoted. And actually, in this environment, it's effort related. So you work hard, you get rewarded for it. And the opportunity, the earning opportunity is limitless. So it's a much, much better business model. And it looks like this. Okay, so it's an upside down triangle, if you like. I mean, it's only indicative of the opportunity. So everybody starts at the bottom and everybody can make it to the top. Okay, so everybody can make it to the pinnacle position in the business, and there are levels along the way to help you get there with bonuses attached to each of them. And this is really about you join this business and you hold hands with people and you teach them how to do something that you know how to do, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But this, you can't get to the pinnacle position in the business unless you help other people to get there with you. So instead of there being a narrowing of opportunity, this here, like everybody can get up to the top. Every single person who's watching this video, you, me, anybody who decides to get involved, everybody can make it to the top because it's all down to you. It's effort related. It's down to what you put in. You get out what you put in. So it's not somebody else's decision about whether you get there or not. It's entirely down to you and the people that you bring into the organisation with you. So you all hold hands and you all do it together, and it's such like the opposite. It's a positive environment to work in, because when you get promoted, everybody's really happy for you. And like for me, that was the first time that I had really been in an environment like that, where everybody was so excited for you, so happy for you. Massive congratulations. How did you do that? Can you help me do that? And everybody works together because there's room at the top for everybody and no narrowing of opportunity. So for me, it's the fairest business model I've ever come across, because it's about you. It's about what you put in and what you get out of it yourself. So that's it really. That, the other thing is that, pyramid schemes are illegal. They've been illegal since the 70s. I think we're past that now. I think people understand what the network marketing business is. It's about caring and sharing. It's about taking a product or using a service, loving the product and service, and you share it with other people. And that's it. It's like a referral business, really. Think about the things that you do anyway. You probably recommend products and services to your friends and family every day. You probably tag yourself on Facebook at restaurants and bars and cinemas. That's sharing a product or an experience with people that you love and care about. Why not get paid for it? Why not get paid for that? You're doing it all the time anyway. I'll show you how. So there's 4 elements to the business. Okay, the first element is retail. And I hear it all the time, I'm not a salesperson, I can't sell anything, and you don't need to be a salesperson. This isn't about selling products to people. Our business is about sharing your experience with other people and helping them to have the same experience. And the retail part of it is really, really tiny. It's literally just processing an order for somebody. You're not delivering leaflets, you're not walking the streets, you're not doing any of the kind of stuff that takes up a lot of time. And for me, this was so important because I was very, very busy. Didn't think I had time to do it. The next part is mail order, and this is why this business fits around whatever else it is that you're already doing. So once you place that order for somebody, and it takes less than 60 seconds to do, everything else is done for you by the company. So they take the order, they process the order, they take the money from the client, the customer, and they deliver the product direct to the customer's door. Like, that's massive. You're not having to go out at night and deliver product to people. You're not spending your time at the post office or anything like that. All the donkey work that takes up a lot of time in normal traditional businesses is done for you by the company. Like, in this business, it's £50. There's no overheads, there's no cost, there's no risk. You don't have to buy stock and sell it on. You literally are just processing orders for people and teaching the people how to do the same, caring and sharing, and helping other people to own their own business and start to own their own lives. So, there is no risk involved from my point of view. It's all opportunity, and that's huge. Like, if you set up your own business normally, people go, I'm self-employed. But actually, your business still owns you. You've got staff, you've got overheads, you've got costs. If you go on holiday, you don't get paid. This is about creating a residual income so that you get paid over time, whether you work or not. So if I could tell you that 5 years from now, you'll be able to get a check every single month, whether you get out of bed or not, for a bit of effort now. And that's what this opportunity is. You work, do a bit extra now, work a bit harder now, so that 4 years' time, you can live like a king for the next 40. Like, why would you not want that? It's crazy. So for me, this bit is why it fits around whatever else you're already doing. Kids, job, family, whatever. It's brilliant. Okay, the third part is networking. Okay, so the networking part of it, in my old life, that used to be, standing around, warm glass of wine, making conversation with people that you maybe didn't want to make conversation with. In our business, it's not that. It's literally sharing a product with people that you already know, or building a network. It's so easy now through social media. You can expand your network like that every single day. You can meet new friends, make new friends. I'm always adding people to my Facebook, always adding people to my Twitter. So simple to just add people. I don't have business cards even or anything like that. If I meet somebody, I'll just be like, there's my Facebook, add yourself to that, and let's create a friendship. And from that friendship, if they're interested, will come. You can share the product and the business with them organically, naturally, as you go about your business. So the networking part of it, you're already doing it. As I said earlier, think about times when you've been to a cinema. So who's been to see Minions or Inside Out, which we went to recently? Absolutely brilliant. I recommended, I tagged myself in the cinema, said I was there, recommended it to so many people since we went, friends, family, all sorts of people. I don't get paid by Odeon every time somebody goes to see that film. I don't get, every time you recommend a restaurant to your friends, if your 6 of them go and have a meal, does that restaurant send you 20 quid through the post to say thank you very much? No. This business is that. You find the product that you love, you take the product, you feel the benefits, and you tell other people about it. And for that referral, you get paid. And do you know what? As I've got more familiar with the business model, it's just genius. Think about every product that you know, an iPhone, the gym that you join, the nursery that you send your kids to, whatever. You probably had a recommendation from a friend first. Nobody really these days buys a product without somebody recommending it to them. We don't even really watch TV adverts anymore because there's so many channels. So, you're already referring stuff all the time. That's how you decide generally in life what products and services you're going to use, because that's what your friends use or that's what your parents do or whatever. So it's very simple and you're already doing it, so why not start getting paid for it? And the fourth element is teaching. And for me, that's something you're already doing as well. So think about, people say to me sometimes, I couldn't stand up in front of a room of people, I couldn't teach anybody. You teach people stuff all the time. What about teaching your kids how to ride a bike, or your parents how to use a laptop, or somebody how to use a mobile phone, or someone how to use a Sky remote, or whatever? You're always teaching people how to do something that you know how to do. So the person who brings you into this business teaches you how to do the business. You're surrounded by positive, outgoing, supportive people who will teach you the nitty-gritty what to do stuff, just like I'm teaching you now, really. And then you turn around and you teach somebody else, and it's as simple as that. It's not complicated, it's not difficult. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't even have to know very much. It's not about who or what you know, it's about who they know, and that's the networking part of it. And I thought when I started the business, I was like, I don't know very many people. I worked in quite a solitary job. I was at home or in the car a lot. And then I realised it didn't really matter who I knew. It wasn't about that. It was about the people that they know, and I'll show you why this works. So here's me, okay? I decided to join the business. A guy called John brought me in. He knew me because he was my personal trainer. I brought in a girl called Joanne. Joanne was my friend from home. We hadn't seen each other for 20 years. We connected through Facebook. She saw the impact the product had on my health and my lifestyle, and asked me about it because she was a busy mum who was shattered. So she bought the product, loved the product, decided to join the business. She brought in a girl called Amy, but I'd never met Amy. Joanne never met John. So the only person in this chain at the minute that I know John, who brought me in, and I know Joanne, who's my school friend. Joanne brought on a girl called Amy. Amy brought in her friend called Laura. Laura brought in her friend called Danielle. Danielle brought in her friend from work called Jill, and so on and so on. And so the only person in this list of people that I knew was Joanne and John. I didn't know Amy, I didn't know Laura, I didn't know Danielle, and I didn't know Jill, and this list goes on and on and on, because I brought in Joanne and I showed Joanne what to do the same way that John had shown me what to do, so that Joanne could show Amy, Amy could show Laura, Laura could show Danielle, and Danielle could show Jill. And it's that simple. So you're building a network of people who the list goes on by you taking care here, to help somebody to achieve the things that they want to achieve. And if you do that, they'll be able to turn around and help somebody else. And what a fantastic way to make a living, helping other people to become more independent, to become more confident, to be more, to have more, to believe more. And it's just a lovely, lovely environment to work in. So that's it in a nutshell, really. And I just want to show you something that really helped me to understand how it worked. So it's called the power of numbers. So you might be thinking, oh, I don't know very many people, or it's all very well saying it's not about who you know, it's who they know. But I'll show you why it works, okay? So here's you. You decided to join the business, and you know, and while you're watching this, think about it too. Who do you know who likes to look good, feel good, and make some money part-time? Everybody? Who doesn't want, I don't know anybody who £500 to £1,000 a month, potentially part-time, wouldn't help them out. Like, and if you do the right things, then that's achievable. So around what you're already doing, £500 a month part-time will change people's lives. It'll change people's lives. So why would you not do that? It makes total sense. £1,000 a month is £12,000 a year. On top of what you're already doing, that is life-changing. So that's what you're offering people, the opportunity to create an environment where they could have that. So if you know 2 people who'd be interested in that, and what you do is you teach those 2 people how to bring in 2 people. Well, if you can do it, they can do it. It's as simple as that. If you can bring in 2 people, or know 2 people, then they can do the same. And then that's 4. Those 4 do the same. Bring in 2 people each. Only doing what you did at the beginning, teaching them what to do, sharing the product with them, that's 8 more people. Those 8 people do the same, bring in 2 people each is 16 people. And those 16 people do the same, bring in 2 people each is 32 people. From top to bottom, that gives you 63 people in the organisation that you started as just yourself by bringing in 2 people. You don't need to know those 63. You get to know them over time because they become part of the business and part of the team, but you don't need to know them at the beginning. You just need to know 2 who know 2. But look what happens if here's you again. Think of 5 people, like everybody, even me, I had 5 friends, 5 people that I'm reconnected with, 5 people who I met through social media, 5 people who I already knew, and you know, nobody ever brought in 5, we brought in directly, but this is just to show you kind of how the power of numbers works. So watch this. So you bring in 5 people, look after them, teach them what to do, and you teach them how to do exactly the same. Bring in 5 people each. Gives you 25 people. Okay, those 25 people do exactly what you did. Bring in 5 people each. There's 125. Those 125 do exactly what you did. Bring in 5 people each is 625. And those 625 do exactly what you did. And bring in 5 people each. 3,125. In that organisation that you started now, you've got almost 4,000 people, 3,906 people from the 5 that you brought in. So look at the difference. I don't even know what it is, but it's a lot. But the real difference, you brought in 3 more people at the beginning, looked after them, taught them what to do. Now you might have to bring in, well, you will have to bring in more than 5 to get 5 good people, because some people come and join the business but never do anything with it, and that's, you know, that's their choice, that's their decision. But when you get 5 people who are passionate, 5 people who care, 5 people who want it, 5 people who understand how it works, 5 people who are driven and motivated and supportive and outgoing and never give up, that's what can happen. And that's what will happen over time, because the only way, this is really important, the only way that you can fail in this business is if you quit. It's the only way. If you stick at it and you stay at it and you swing the bat and you swing the bat and you swing the bat, you cannot fail in this business. I don't know any other business like that. I don't know any other business like that. But if you just are consistent and you keep going and you keep talking to people and you keep having fun, you'll earn while you learn. Look how long people go to university for to become a doctor. I was a qualified barrister. I spent 6 years at university and college and doing a master's and training in London. And I came out of that with no secure job whatsoever and a load of debt to pay off. This opportunity, you start on day one and you can earn from day one. You earn while you learn in an environment where everybody will help you, where everybody will hold your hand, where there's always somebody like you in this business as well. So it's such a good business model. It's such a powerful way to earn a living. And I'm just going to finish off by showing you how you get paid. Okay, so here's you. Join the business. Here's the company. Over here. Doing the donkey work, creating the product, doing the research, paying people, working everything out. Right? You do not need to know all of this stuff that the company does, okay? You just need to know that they're there, that they're solid, that they've got your back, and that they do the donkey work so that you can focus on sharing the product and the business with people. Okay, so you take the product and you bring in 5 customers. 5 people who want to look better, have better health, feel better. And the company pays you for that. Okay? Thanks very much for those 5 referrals, for those new customers. We're going to pay you for that. Okay, perfect. So here's Bill, one of your customers. Bill loves the product just like you do. Bill wants to earn a little bit of extra money to pay for a holiday. So Bill decides to join the business, just like you did. Okay? Bill brings in 5 customers of his own, his wife, his 2 kids, his friend and his brother. Okay? The company pays Bill for those new customers. Thanks very much, well done. So the company pays Bill and the company pays you because you taught Bill what to do and you brought Bill into the business. So they're saying thanks to Bill for the new customers and thank you to you for bringing Bill in and helping him to bring those new customers in. But remember, at the same time, you're still bringing more of your own customers in, so the company's paying you for that too. And this person might join over here and do exactly what Bill did, and the company will pay that person, and the company will pay you. Okay, so here's Bill, just to keep it simple. Exactly like you did, one of Bill's customers, let's say Bill's brother Bob, loved the product, decided he wanted to join the business. So Bob does exactly what you did, and this is what you need to remember. If you can do it, they can do it, because it's dead simple. So you're not asking anybody to do something that you haven't already done, or you're still doing every day. So Bob brings in his 5 customers. Company says, thanks very much, Bob, well done. Thanks for introducing these people to the product. We're going to pay you for that. The company pays Bill for what Bob did, and the company pays you again for what Bob did. Because you brought in Bill and Bill's customers, and Bill brought in Bob. And without you, Bob wouldn't be in the business, and all those customers wouldn't have happened. And that goes on over here. So there's Joe. Joe joins the business, gets her customers. Company pays Joe, company pays Bob, company pays Bill, company pays you. And so on. So all of this time, the more customers you have, the more people you help to get healthy, the more people you bring into the business, the more you get paid. Because the company, instead of investing money in TV advertising and celebrities who don't even use the product, like most FMCG or most products do, the company doesn't do that. All the money is invested in you, in the distributors. Word of mouth, recommendation. That's what the money's spent on. They don't spend millions and millions and millions of pounds on TV advertising and internet advertising. They don't need to. You don't need to. If you invent a product now and 10 of your friends decide they want to use it and they tell 10 of their friends and they tell them 10 of their friends, that's how you launch a business these days. That's so much more effective. So why would you not pay people to share their product with other people? Because they're passionate about it, because they take it. I love this product. I will take Juice Plus for the rest of my life. And I'll share it with everybody that I come across because I know the impact it's had on me and my family. And the business model has changed everything for us. We live in a better house, we drive better cars, neither of us work anymore. We spend 50 hours a week more with our children, 25 hours a week more with both the kids because we drop them off at school every day and we pick them up from school every day. We're spending the entire summer holiday on holiday. So we're having 4 holidays in 6 weeks. We're literally coming home to repack to go away again. We are able to just, I can't tell you, like imagine what it's like to be totally debt free, to have no money worries whatsoever. So money's just not an issue. That's stress-free life. that is something that I want to share with everybody. I want everybody to have the opportunity for a completely stress-free life. My life used to be like that, up, down, like stressful. I didn't sleep very well. I was always worried about where the next money was coming from. I was always worried about, you know, wanting to go on holidays, like we couldn't quite afford the ones that we wanted to do. And now, through this business, I'm able to just spend my time. I work like a couple of hours a day, probably. I do a little bit of training in the evening, sometimes over the phone. I do a couple of videos like this. I talk to my team on Facebook. And I make money from my mobile phone. How clever is that? Absolutely. It's a smartphone, so use it in a smart way. That's what I would say. So think of it like this way. If you're thinking about getting involved, if I asked you to fill a football stadium, so you got, I don't know, I'm not going to use an example of a particular one, but let's just say a big football stadium holds 80,000 people and it's empty. And I said to you, okay, I want you to go and fill that football stadium. Like, that's quite daunting. I don't know that many people. I don't know how you do that. Well, what if I said to you, actually, go in that football stadium, sit down, and I want you to fill the seat in front of you, the seat behind you, and the seat either side of you. Could you do that? Yeah? Definitely do that. Okay, do that. And then ask the 4 people to do exactly the same. The seat in front of them, the seat either side of them. Can they do that? Of course they can, because you did it too. And then those people that they've brought in do exactly the same. They fill the seat in front of them, the seat side of them, and the seat either side of them. How quickly does that football stadium fill up, as opposed to you going out and finding 80,000 people on your own? That's the business model in terms of how you build it. Concentrate on helping people to do what you do, and then teaching them to do the same. Very simple. Very straightforward, genius. And I hope that helps you to understand a little bit of how it works. What I'd encourage you to do now, if you're interested in finding out more, go back to the person who sent you this video and ask them for more information. This is very top line. Ask them for more information on what they do and what it's all about. There is a lot on YouTube that you can watch. There's, you know, I've got a YouTube channel. You're welcome to watch any of my stuff on there. And maybe this is your chance. That's what I would think. Maybe this is for you. Maybe this is the thing that's going to change your life. Even if you love your job, and if you do, then fabulous. I'm happy for you. But why not earn an additional income alongside it? You know, everybody's recommending products and services to people every day, all the time. Everybody should be getting paid for that. So why not you? Why can't you have a better life, more financial freedom, more independence? It's not, what you can do with that independence is mind-blowing. And I want that for you. I want you to have the lifestyle and the freedom and the stress-free life that I have, and that thousands of other people have got through this industry, through this business. And if I can do it, you can do it. So go back to the person who told you about this video and have a chat with them and find out if it's for you, because I think it's for everyone. If they just go for it. Because time's moving on anyway. 5 years from now, it's going to be here anyway. So why would you not do as much as you can to make that 5 years pay you for the next 50? Because that's what this business opportunity is. Thank you very much for the time. I've been Emma Sneddon. I hope you found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye.